Welcome back for section 9.3, day 2 on arcs and chords. This section, we have 2 proofs to do, so let's go ahead and get this done. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down my givens. So first, we have circle A is congruent to circle B. And then we have AD is parallel to BC. So I'm trying to prove that this shape right here is a parallelogram. And to do that, I'm going to try to show that these 2 sides are congruent. Because since they're parallel, if I prove that they're congruent, there was a theorem in the parallelogram unit that we had that said if one set of sides is congruent and parallel, then it's a parallelogram. So first, I can say that 2AD is congruent to BC because radiuses or radii of congruent circles are congruent. They're congruent circles, so of course their radiuses have to be the same. And then third, I can say that ABCD is a parallelogram because one set of congruent sides and parallel sides. Here we go. And that's it for number 1. Easy. Okay, number 2, first thing I'm going to do is write down my given. So first we have circle P, so it's just telling me that that shape is a circle. And then we have PM is perpendicular to AB. That's my given. For my next step, I'm going to say that PM, that line, and I can extend it out if I want, PM bisects BA because it is a perpendicular bisector of a chord. It's by that one theorem that we had in day 1 that said if it goes through the center and through a chord and is perpendicular to that chord, then it is a perpendicular bisector. My third step, since it's a perpendicular bisector of that chord, then that means that PM also bisects that arc. Arc BA bisects chord and arc. Since this chord is bisected, that means each of these halves are equal to each other, which shows that this angle and this angle are congruent because they are both congruent or central angles of congruent arcs. So I'm going to say for my 4th step that angle APM is congruent to angle MPB because they are central angles of congruent arcs. So they have to be the same. They're the same central angle. And last step, since those 2 halves are the same, I can say that MP or PM bisects angle APB. And that's by definition of bisector. Good. And that's it for day 2. Pretty easy.